Hello my lovelies, here's a reading for the sign of Aries for the month of April 2019. It feels like there's a lot of pent-up energies within you which needs to have some sort of release. So it's a bit like a pressure cooker where all these beautiful ingredients have gone in and you've put it on the stove and left it to build up steam, and the timing is right now to let off steam and to take off the pressure that's been holding a lot of things inside of you of late. So we've stepped into Aries energy now, so which is the first sign of the zodiac, and spring, and that ability to come out of a hibernation and get a sense of the joy of living, joie de vivre, and putting actions towards the plans that you've been cooking for quite a while now. So there's a beautiful new moon for you on the 5th of April in your sign, and it's a very good time for you to plant seeds, to feel set an intention and to feel that anticipation of good things to come. So there can be a instant gratification on one hand, but my sense of the energies for you during April is that whatever you pay attention to in the positive, and you plant seeds, or because we've just come out of this Mercury retrograde period, we're still slightly in the shadow side of it, is the things that you have maybe already given some energy to, some ideas or plans or dreams that you've already started on. Now is the time to be able to tickle them up, to place more energy into them, to focus on what you feel will really serve you best. Because during the Mercury retrograde period, it's us going over stuff, having a good look at it, looking at the fine detail, but not necessarily have the impetus to put it into action. So as we reach this lovely new moon, you will be able to, okay, I'm hearing pick things apart. So I'm being shown somebody sewing an outfit, and they have to pick it apart because there's a certain little bit that isn't quite right. So it's like with a if you're putting a zip into, say, a pair of trousers, and it's slightly wonky, so when you go to zip it up, the little teeth don't meet. So there's a need to unpick something in your life. It's not a big deal, it doesn't feel like a huge job, it just feels like when you look at something with new eyes, with this lovely new spring energy, and you look at the fine detail of it, you will see, oh, it's a bit unsightly, it doesn't quite meld together. If I just remove a little aspect of it, unpick something, when I put it back together again, it will be seamless. So no seams will be seen. When we have that ability to do something, to move out of one way of being into another way of being, and it is seamless, then there's a comfort within us. Then there's that sense of momentum and excitement and exhilaration, because you've put in the hard work, you've done the spade work, you've done all of that research, all of that looking back over things, and now when you come to present something, it will be top notch. So this can be to do, I'm mainly getting at the moment, this is to do with work, with career, with your vision of your life purpose, what it is you came here to do. Yes, it can also apply to your relationships and your love life. So in the last 6 weeks or so, if you've had within a relationship, whether it's romantic or in your working life, if something has been slightly out of alignment, well, now is a good time to mend that in such a way as you can either reinforce that relationship, and or you will see that the rift within the material of it might have got a little bit, you know how sometimes material perishes, and it's threadbare and it's got no oomph to it. So there may be some of you out there that feel the relationships around you, there's no oomph there anymore. And it's also being able to discern, well, do I put energy into that? Do I make the repair and patch it up? Or do I say, right, that needs to go. It's too scruffy, it's too shabby. I need to wear something or have something in my life that is not necessarily trendy, but something that fits you, that feels figure hugging, body hugging, that you feel very comfortable in. It could be a pair of leisure pants, you know, but not settling for less than what you asked for. So sometimes if a relationship is like wearing a pair of leisure pants, you know, your scruffy old jogging bottoms, that's fine for a while because you can feel relaxed in somebody else's company. But if you never get the chance to dress up and put something sparkly on, then you just stay at that level of accepting less than what it is you've asked for. So as I say, there's this shift of energies, you being the first sign of the zodiac, feeling this fire energy, because Aries is fire. So we've come out of water, which is Pisces, and for some of us that's been very slushy, very emotional, very draining, a sense of swimming against the tide, putting in an awful lot of effort but not really getting anywhere. So now as we move out of that, for some very heavy duty emotional stuff, into this fire energy, going back to the analogy of the pressure cooker, you can either whack up the heat on it so that it's almost ready to explode, or you can take it off the heat, allow it to cool down, and then look what's inside. Because there are many ingredients that you've been working with, I'd say over the last 6 months or so, of feeling, right, if I add that in, that's a bit more flavour to that. And what I said about unpicking something, so if something is over flavoured or too rich or too, when you eat it's indigestible, it's being able to adjust the flavour of things in your life. So if there's someone in your life that is too demanding or is too controlling or overwhelms you with their energies, then it might be time to take a step back from that, and to be able to say, well, no, that's a bit too uncomfortable. So I need to maybe take a step away, adjust my own energies, step back if you want to, but also move away if you want to. And it's just feeling that sense of empowerment now, because you are in your own birth energy. Aries, lovely fiery stuff. Now, we've got some lovely oracle cards for you, and the first one's a little angel card we usually start off with, and this one is willingness. So there's a little dude angel there at the sink washing up, so all the plates, all the pots and pans. And the sense of this I get is, yes, you can help someone with the washing up or do your own washing up after you've opened up the pressure cooker. But this is more to do with willingness to accept what you can't change, willingness to change what you can, and also the willingness to understand the difference between the two. So this is also to do with your will, and it's your higher will or your higher aspect. So when we are willing, we are open, we are receptive, we are able to take something into our lives which we are happy to do. And my sense for you guys this month is that there's something amazing wants to enter, something really incredible wants to come into your life. And it's very, very different to a lot of things that you've experienced so far. So because of the other cards that we have here, and you know what I'm being told, is preparation is vital to receive this new information, to change your belief systems, to open up to and awaken to a very different way of living your lives. So when we tap into this angelic energy, because it isn't just a word of willingness, there is the energy of an angel there. And when we invite in angelic energies into our lives, there's an assistance there which is far more handy than sometimes asking friends or colleagues or other people around you to assist you with something, because they're so busy with their own stuff and their own lives and such like. But when we call upon the angelic energies, which are part of us anyway, they have the ability to be everywhere at once. So you're not taking them away from anybody else or anybody else's issues. They're with you 100%. Now, the self-mastery card, we have maturity. So this is saying that for many of you, where you've come from in the last 6 months has allowed you to mature in many ways. So it doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're a youngster watching this or a little more life experienced. That when we do have life experiences, we can either crumble and go under, or we can learn from it, and that matures our way of thinking, our way of being, and how we react with other people. So it says, as a master, I'm unaffected by surprises. I know the ways of the world. I have gone beyond displaying my ego. I take care of the reputation of others. So when we have a mature outlook about life and where we find ourselves at present in this Aries energy of 2019, you know the ways of the world, you have witnessed them, you have experienced the ways of the world, how people treat each other, how you treat people, how people treat you. And with this fiery energy of Aries, it's about burning off the ego. So our ego selves just want to protect us. And it's that nagging little voice that says, oh no, I wouldn't try and do that because, you know, you might fail, you might not really do very, and what would people think? So it's worrying about the externals of how you appear to other people. So when the ego is burned away, burned off, you go beyond displaying your ego, which can sometimes be stamping your feet, having a tantrum, bottom lip on the floor sort of thing. And it says, I take care of the reputation of others. So when we see and appreciate other people around us, and we have respect for them and how they affect our lives, we can feel a sense of care for their reputation and what it is they have to share with the world. And this is a mirror. Every relationship we have is some form of mirror. So when you take care of other people's reputations, you're taking care of yourself. So I asked for an animal card for you, And this is lovely. We have the raven. So this beautiful winged creature, the number is 16, which adds up to 7. And 7 is analysis and understanding, that ability just to use both sides of the brain. You analyze and you understand immediately. So it's a balance of left brain, right brain, just being in that alignment with what it is that wants to show itself to you. Now, raven energy is about magic. So it's not your theatre magician, sleight of hand. This is more to do with the magic that we have within us, that ability to create, that ability to manifest. And it is from the darkness within ourselves. We all have shadow, we all have light. A tapestry has to have bright colours and dark colours for us to be able to recognise what the picture is. So we all go through dark periods and light periods in our life. And my sense of you guys is that, as I say, over the last 6 months or so, what it is you have been paying attention to or focusing on kind of been sort of shadowy aspects, but this is about bringing them to the light. So the magic is being able to manifest, produce something in your lives now that has come out of perhaps a sorrowful place, or a place that has been uncomfortable, and possibly from illness or dis-ease, or feeling low and depressed. So the presentation of this beautiful bird is saying to you, you have abilities within you to mend whatever tears in your life, in the fabric of your life, have shown up, and how you don't necessarily have to rely on other people to assist you with this repair. You have what it is that you need within you. And that can encompass all sorts of different areas in your life. So if it is a physical repair, then yes, perhaps you have had medical help with that. If it is an emotional repair, if it is a mental repair, what the raven does is comes in and takes all of those issues into the great mystery, to Great Spirit. So he is a courier. And just imagine him with this little backpack on with all of your issues in it, flying off into the void and taking all of this old stuff to Great Mystery, and unpacks his little backpack, lays it all out, and Great Spirit sees what it is you have witnessed, what you have encountered, what you have experienced, and that it is wiped clean, it is renewed. And Raven returns, bringing to you this incredible sense of healing. For some it is miracles. It is manifesting a new way of you experiencing your body, a new way of you looking at yourself, how you react to others, and it will be in a very different way, because your ego has been cleaned and cleansed. Raven took that also into the void. So as we move through this incredible energy of April, it is a brand new start, a brand new beginning. So it's being willing to surrender all that old rubbish, all those old beliefs, old programming. And it is timely because for a lot of us who've been carrying old patterns and old programs, they belong to our ancestors, and they've been repeated throughout history for thousands of years. But what we're witnessing now is that those things no longer work. They no longer serve the populace. And if we continue to do the same things in the same way, we will always get the same result. So by letting go of the old ways of doing things and allowing ourselves to be willing to make certain changes in our lives, then the things that we have done in the past will slip away, and a new way of approaching life will show itself to you. Now, as Raven is a courier, you may find things showing up in your life that are literally delivered to you. So yes, it can come from the postman or DHL or such like. It can also come in the shape of black birds. So raven, crow, blackbird, anything that catches your eye and demands your attention with regard to the animal kingdom. And you may, when you pay attention to it, find the answer that you've been seeking. So look out for it, because it is willing to show you a new way. So we have a little mini raven card, and it says, open yourself to miracles. Use new eyes, believe in magic, and embrace life's wonders. And because the weather has changed, it's warmer, we like to get outside a little bit more now, to get away from the TV and the electronic stuff in our homes. And you may find that when you walk in nature, in a wood, by the sea, by a river, when you open yourself up to whatever it is Raven wishes to deliver to you, it lifts your energy, it lifts your vibration to a much higher level. And when this happens, we find ourselves attracting in people, situations, experiences at that higher vibrational level. So you'll find your lives changing quite dramatically for some of you as you move through this transformational time. The next card is from the Wicker pack, and it is the Cauldron. So you see she has like a caduceus with a snake around it, and she's holding a chalice, and there are ears of corn and a dragonfly. So the energy of the cauldron is about fertility, the womb. So if there are any of you who wish to become pregnant, this is a very fertile time. If you don't wish to become pregnant, be careful. But it's also about planting seeds to give birth to something really new in your lives. It is healing old wounds, physical, emotional, mental, even spiritual, even issues from past life that you might have brought over into this lifetime. So if there are some of you who find yourself repeating patterns within relationships, that you have people coming in and out of your lives, they may look different, but there's always the same issue comes up. Well, this energy of cauldron is about changing that pattern, deleting old patterns, old programs. Going back to the pressure cooker, we talked about at the beginning. So that cauldron is you, and it's what you put into it. So yes, it's what you eat and what you cook and what you decide to put into your body, but it isn't just about food. It is ideas, it is decisions, it is what you absorb. So we absorb information in lots of different ways, through the media, through TV and newspapers and such like. And this is about being discerning as to what you absorb, or whether you feel, I don't want that in my soup, I don't want that in my pot, it's distasteful, I know it will give me indigestion. So there's it's like you're writing your own cookery book now of all the good things that you do like to eat, all the good things you do like to have in your life. So maybe like a little bit of a life review. And sometimes when we do the spring cleaning, is going through your kitchen cupboards and looking at the spice rack and all that stuff shoved at the back and past its sell by date, and gone rock hard in its little container. You check out Michael McIntyre's little video about the spice rack. It's very funny. How some things never ever get used, like the 5 spice. You know, it sits there for years, and it's from 1998 and it never gets used. So, yeah, going through your kitchen cupboards and having a spring clean. But when we do that, that actually affects our energies as well, and how it's a good idea to just chuck stuff. Will you ever use it again? Will you ever wear it again? Will you ever have those jackets with the big padded shoulders and the bright blue mascara, or that bright orange lipstick, or that tie with the orange and green polka dots on it? And sometimes we have to be quite rigid with what we do chuck away, what we do throw away. And when we do that, when we have this spring clean, we are cleaning our physical bodies as well. And this allows lovely new things to come in. And some things that you will be totally amazed at. So, as I say, with the raven energy, it's miracles. Manifestation, miracles. And for some of you, I feel that there's a longing, there's a dream that you could have had, say, for 30 years. And because of your upbringing, there's a part of you says, well, I'll never believe it, I'll never be able to have that, I'll never be able to afford it, it can't possibly come into my life because I'm not worthy of it, it's just outside of my my energies. But I do feel something coming in that will shock your socks off. And you say, wow! Do you know, I used to dream about that and think about that when I was a kid. Never ever thought for one moment it would show up. But it's there. It's practically on your doorstep. And then the final card is Healing with the Angels. Look what you got. Blessings. So it's happening even when you're asleep, because this is nighttime, right? And the angel is flying over all of the houses, dropping these beautiful, beautiful flowers, beautiful blessings. So the universe does work behind the scenes to bring us these incredible blessings, to bring us miracles, to help us to manifest those things that we've been asking for a very long time. And this is about you opening up to that, opening your receptors, being receptive. So not just about giving, but being a receptor, receiving what it is the universe wishes to bring to you. Here are a couple of my paintings. And the energy of abundance and the energy of prosperity I gift to you. It's already within you. Always has been, always will be. And when we tap into that, it's like opening up that safe, opening up that treasure chest that you've kept locked away. Because maybe somebody or some people have said to you when you were young, and it could be a family belief that you're not worthy, you don't deserve these lovely things. And that's a false belief. So as you clear away all this stuff in your life, your kitchen cupboards and your sock drawer and your wardrobes and your old stuff, this is knocking at your door. Blessings. Be willing to receive, willing to receive what it is the universe wishes to bring you. Look out for the ravens, you know, flying around. Where I live, we've got a rookery. There's another blackbird. Jackdaws we have as well. And I can hear them on the roof now, the way they go, ah! Ah! So when they do that, I usually reply to them and say, okay, what have you brought me? What are you bringing me? What do I need to listen to? What do I need to look at? So pay attention to what it is wishes to come your way. I do wish you a wonderful, wonderful April. You've been working very, very hard, and I applaud you for that. And the time is right now to open to all of these beautiful blessings. So please like, please share, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so that you get a notification for other videos that I've put on there. If you'd like any details about my work, my artwork, and you'd like to have a private reading with me, all the details are in the box below. So until next time, thanks again. Lots of love. Bye.